name is Erin, if you don't know me, and normally I teach gentle yoga and meditation to faculty and staff at my university, but we're all online now. So I'm making these videos to help them or anybody who needs them. Today I'm going to do a gentle yoga to help release tension in the neck and upper back, because a lot of us are like this right now. What am I doing? What am I doing? I've got to figure this out, right? And when we're in that position, it can put some stress up here. So we're going to focus on those areas today, help release a little bit of that tension maybe, and just relax and come into our own bodies again and out of our heads for a little bit. So find a little space that you have where you can be still for a bit and focus on yourself. We'll begin here an easy sitting pose. So whatever variation that looks like for you is just fine. So you might have one leg extended out, you might have both, you might crisscross applesauce. Whatever's right for your body, where you can settle in for a little bit, is correct. So once you find that little position for yourself, then feel those sit bones grounding into the floor, connecting down. And then have our spine be nice and tall. And we'll inhale our shoulders up, back, and down, so they sit into their sockets. And then we'll rest our hands, either palms facing up, or palms facing down, or in your lap, whatever feels proper for you. And then the crown of our head reaches up towards the sky. And we can take a soft gaze, or close the eyes, and begin to focus on the breath. So we'll inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, belly falls back in. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, it comes back in. We continue at our own pace, feeling the breath come into the body, feeling the breath leave the body. And as we do so, noticing if there's any areas of tension right now in our body. Maybe it's in the jaw. And we just gently ask it to release a little. Maybe it's in the back or the hips. Just note it. And see if with the breath we can let go. And if we can't right now, being okay with that. Just noting that's what things are like right now. Just breathing. Saying, I'm here right now. And right now is okay. Sitting and practicing breathing. Just practicing being. Letting go of the need to judge ourselves. Letting go of the need to be competitive with someone else, or even with ourselves. Lengthening out the exhale. And asking the body to just relax a little bit more. Now, yoga means yoke. So we bring together breath and movement in the asana practice. That's the practice of postures. So let's begin that by first dropping chin to chest. Feeling the neck release a little. And on the inhale, we'll roll the neck over to the right shoulder. So the shoulder stays down, we're just stretching the neck. And then we breathe here. Letting the neck gently release. And the next exhale, we'll take the chin back down to the chest. And then inhale up to the other side. Just letting the weight of the head release that tension. With the breath, the chin comes back down to the chest. And then once more to the right on the inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale up to the opposite side. Exhale, chin to chest. And then we gently come back up. Let's begin inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling them back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Just loosening up through the neck and the shoulders. Letting the breath move the body. Next time you make your way down, let's reverse direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just releasing out that tension. Now if you're like, you're going too fast for me, Erin. It's like speed shoulders. You go your pace. Yeah, it's your practice. Your body's different than mine, and that's good and great. Should be that way. All right, let's release out of that. I'm going to take our right arm and bring it across the body, and then we're going to hold on and get that little shoulder delt stretch here. So, and you can hold on over here, you can hold on up higher, just not on the elbow joint. And then we take a deep inhale in, and a long, slow exhale out. So maybe like, Erin, why do they focus so much on breathing in yoga? I'm getting all with it. But the breathing is what helps release that fight or flight feeling that we get with anxiety. Let's release out of that into the other side. So it helps access the parasympathetic nervous system to calm our minds from spinning so much. Is it a cure-all? No, of course not. But it helps. So when we focus on that breath, our mind stops its spinning a little bit and tells the body that it's okay. So we keep that breathing going. And if you're not breathing in this practice right where I am, you're like, I broke the yoga. You didn't break the yoga. It's fine. It's fine. It all becomes easier with practice. And there's no real right or wrong. Let's release out of that. Let's take our arms open up wide. Let the shoulders come back, so we're expanding the chest a little. And then we're going to come and bring elbow to elbow. Close it in. You can't see me now. All right. So you can stay with this position, or if you'd like to try eagle arms, the right arm's coming underneath the left. You can have the backs of the hands together, or depending on your shoulder mobility, turn the hands inward. We're going to have the arms face away from the face and lift up, and as you might feel that shoulder stretch all the way through the back of the shoulder. So we breathe here for a little bit. And release out. Again, we're opening up the chest, opposite of that pose. And then our elbows are going to come back and we squeeze, and we can stay here. Or we can do the opposite, left underneath the right. And again, we can have our palms facing forward, facing this way. It's not like one's better than the other. They're not. It's just what's good for your body. We lift up those forearms, hands away from the face. And breathe here. Feel that stretch. We'll release out, and again, we'll open up. Good. Now let's just pause. We can switch our legs somewhat. So if you had one leg in front, put the other leg in front, switch it around. And let's begin moving with the breath a little bit more. So fingertips here, palms come up, we inhale up, maybe look up if that feels good for the neck. Exhale, float the arms down, maybe look down. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, we float back down. Inhaling. Exhaling. This time we'll inhale up, and then we'll reach. So there's a difference between like this, right? Not a lot happening. And if you reach to what I call pizza in the sky, look at it up there. So delicious. Then extend all the way through the fingertips, and that ignites the arms, the sides of the body, reaching, reaching. At the same time, we're grounding down to the sit bones. Good. We'll take the right hand down, and then we'll reach up again just with this side. So sometimes you'll see people do this pose and they're like, woo, way over here, right? That's not actually getting them a whole lot. It works a little better if you reach up, 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 pizza in the sky, or make it ice cream, whatever you want. Reaching up, up, up. And then we gently reach up and ground out to that sit bone on the same arm. Good. If it feels around your neck, you can gently look up to the thumb. And breathe there. Exhaling down. Other side, we inhale, reach straight up. Feel the sit bones connect, and feel that arm ignite all the way up. Dynamic tension, it's called. Reaching, reaching. And then maybe pushing that sit bone. You lean over. So again, much more work's done here if we're pushing and pulling on the body than if we're just settling in. Really, it's not about flexibility, it's about that dynamic tension. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale and we reach again. Look up. Exhale, we float down. Exhaling down. This time, inhale to a T, arms reach, chest opens, and then a gentle turn over to one side. One hand comes to the knee, gently one behind you. You inhale, lift up, and lift that spine. And the exhale, we gently look behind us. Breathing here. Inhale, we come back. And then we're going to rotate to the opposite side. One hand on the thigh, one hand behind us. We inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently turn to look. And let go. Inhale back to center. And let's take our arms behind us and pretend like we're holding a giant beach ball. So we're opening up the chest. You can stay here if it feels okay to interlace the fingers, palms come together, gentle bend in the elbows, and we open up. And let the shoulders drop, front of the body release, and stretch. Good. Exhale down. We'll go through that again. We'll inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, float them down. Inhale to a T and open up. Exhale, gently twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look. Coming back to center on the inhale. Exhale, opposite direction. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look. Inhale back to center. Exhale, arms behind us. Inhale, open them. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, let's float them down. Inhale to a T. Exhale, open them. Inhale, center. Exhale, we gently twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look. Inhale again. And exhale out. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look. Inhale, center. Take those arms. Exhale them behind us. Inhale, open them. Exhale, release. Good. Let's bring the soles of our feet together for butterfly or Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit. And this can be a couple feet away from you, foot lengths away from you. So nice gentle butterfly here. And then we're going to take our fingertips beside us and just pull the weight up out of the belly a little bit, just so it's not heavy there. Deep inhale, and on the exhale, we're just going to lean forward. So again, it's not like if you go all the way down, that gets you closer to heaven, all right? It might just get you a little hurt. So it's more about leaning and feeling the stretch there. Okay. Deep inhale, and the exhale. Let that gravity work a little bit here. Let's inhale, come back up. And then we'll plant the feet, arms come behind us. We're just going to gently windshield wiper legs left to right. Still focus on that breath. Nice and intentional. Inhale, we'll come up. And then we'll transition to tabletop. So we'll take the legs behind us and make our way to our hands and knees here. So in our tabletop position, we're going to use nice wide yogi hands, nice wide starfish hands. We're going to line up our joints, so shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And if you need padding, a blanket or whatever, give yourself what you need. If it's uncomfortable doing this, then it's not going to be nearly as fun. Challenging sometimes, yeah, but we don't want it to hurt. So pad yourself as you need, tops of the feet pressing. We're going to go through some cat and cow. So to do that, we drop the belly like we don't care anymore. Let it go, let it go. We look up. Exhale, we push everything away and arch the back like a big old Halloween cat. And we move between these two. Inhaling. Exhaling. So working on our spinal mobility here. Inhaling. Exhaling, gentle little bend in the elbows, which helps ignite the core. Inhaling and exhaling. A few more rounds with the breath. Moving between. Good. And then we'll come back, neutral. We'll work on a little spinal balance here, which again is helping with our strength, mobility. So we're going to take right foot back, toes pointed down. We're pressing those hands, feel that core ignite. And we're going to press into that right hand. See if we can reach that left hand forward. If you're like, oh, I can't do that, I'm going to fall down. You do you. Maybe it's just legs for you today. That's okay. Maybe it's just arms. Exhale, release these two down. And then the left foot comes back, again, toes face towards the ground. And we can stay here or press on the left hand, inhale up the right. Exhale it down. Now we'll move between the sides with our breath, again, choosing the option that's right for you. Maybe it's just your legs, maybe it's just your arm, maybe it's both. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Again, be mindful of that arm that's on the ground. Keep the micro bend in the joint. It'll make you work a little harder, but it's best for your body overall if we do that. Let's do one more each side. Good, come down. Let me thread the needle here. So we're going to take our right arm, bring it to shoulder length, and I'm going to take it underneath the body and bring the head, shoulder down. If this is too far and you're like, I couldn't get down there, girl, go ahead, put a pillow under you, whatever you need to bring the floor up to you. With this left hand, we can walk it forward if that feels good, or keep it where it was. I look funny on the screen. I'm enjoying that. I like being silly. So this is a twist for that back. We'll bring the hand back down. We'll press that left hand. And we'll inhale up, right hand to sky. Exhale it down. And the left side again, we come up. We thread it through. Using whatever modification we need to. We can walk that hand out. And get our little twist in here. Feeling the weight heavy. Heavy into the shoulder. It's on the ground. I'm focusing on the breath still. Right hand comes down, we use it to help ourselves up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Exhale down. Now we're going to bring our knees wide, big toes to touch. I'm going to push back for child's pose. So there's many variations for child's pose. If your body allows, bring the head down. You can put two fists on top of each other, bring the floor up to you. And again, if you have a block handy or available at your local everywhere, I have them like at Walgreens, you can use a block here to bring the head, the ground up. So whatever works for your body is the right thing to do. A few breaths here in our child's pose. And as we breathe in here in child's pose, maybe feel the back expand more with each inhale. On the exhale, maybe the hips sink a little more and let it go. A few deep breaths here. And then we'll inhale up tabletop, drop down the hip, swing them around, all right? However you can. We're making our way to our back, so however you want to do that, it's best for you, you do it. You be you, boo. And if we're seated, then we'll grab behind the thigh, roll along to the back here. We're going to plant the feet hip distance from us. We're going to take our hands, place them right by the body, and then we're going to press in the feet, press in the shoulders, inhale up the hips for bridge pose. So another back strengthening pose. Feet pressing in, knees moving towards each other, hands helping to assist us as we go here. Exhale, we drop and lower the hips. And again, we're going to press into the hands, press into the feet. Inhale, hips up. And breathe. Exhale, they slowly lower. Let's take our right foot over the left thigh, flexing those toesies. We can stay here, or if it's accessible to us, we can come between that thigh and pull in for our figure four stretch. Back nice and heavy against that mat. We'll drop that and we'll switch sides. Left foot over, we flex those toesies and we pull it through. and noticing the body now. What is it like from when we started class? What's different now than just a little bit ago? We'll drop our feet down, and then we'll bring our knees into the chest and give them a nice hug. Maybe rock a little, draw circles on the ceiling. And then bring our arms out to a T, palms up. We're just going to drop our legs over to the right side for spinal twist. Head can look to the left if that's comfortable, or not. And again, we begin to lengthen out the exhales. Letting them be long. Letting the body feel heavy. On the inhale, bring the knees back to the chest and exhale them to the opposite direction. Looking the opposite way of our knees if that's comfortable. And breathe in here. And inhale, come back to center. One more hug of those knees. And then we're going to stretch out long into our Shavasana. So our feet will come to the edges of the mat and they'll flap open comfortably. And then our hands are going to come a little ways still outside the body so air can touch the body, palms facing up. And then we can close our eyes and practice this final relaxation. Now in this pose, the goal is to do nothing. And for some people, that's very difficult. But what an important skill that we need to learn right now, in this time of social distancing, where the world is literally telling us to do very little. And for some of us, that produces a lot of anxiety. But there's no reason to fear resting. So take a deep inhale in and a long, slow exhale out. Let the little muscles around your eyes soften. Let your jaw release. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Let the upper back and the lower back let go of their need to tighten. Just let them sink. The hips and the ribs fall to either side. Just imagine that happening. And the thighs, the calves, the feet have nothing to do. They can be at ease. And we practice just listening to our breath. And just floating here. Take a deeper inhale. And then let it go. And then begin to move the fingers very gently. And then the toes, they start to move. And then the movement grows and gets bigger. And then we'll sweep our arms up overhead and give a full body stretch. Reaching feet away from hands and hands away from feet. And then we'll roll over onto the right side, curled up. Maybe using the hand as a pillow, the arm as a pillow. And pause for a bit of gratitude here. For whatever it is that you feel grateful for at this moment. And then using the left hand, we'll come up to sit in that easy sitting pose. Head the last thing to rise. And we'll take that nice seat again, like we did at the beginning of class. Finding that position for our bodies. Shoulders back and down, spine straight. And we'll breathe again into the belly. And exhale, let it go. Another big breath into the belly. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale into the belly. Exhale, let it go. We'll drop our arms to the sides, inhale them up. Big reach, palms touch. We exhale that peaceful feeling down into our heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you be happy, may you be well. Namaste.